Thurgood Marshall, a name etched into the annals of American history, stands as a towering figure in the fight for justice and equality. Known as the first African-American Supreme Court Justice, Marshall's life journey epitomizes resilience, intellect, and a steadfast commitment to dismantling systemic racism. Through his relentless pursuit of justice, he became a beacon of hope for millions and reshaped the legal landscape of the United States. A foundation of strength. Born on July 2, 1908, in Baltimore, Maryland, Thurgood Marshall grew up in a segregated society that systematically denied opportunities to African Americans. His parents, William and Norma Marshall, instilled in him a sense of pride, discipline, and a deep appreciation for the Constitution. Stories from his father, who worked as a waiter, and his mother, a teacher, fueled young Thurgood's interest in justice. They taught him the value of education and perseverance, principles that would guide him throughout his life. Marshall attended Lincoln University, a historically black college, where he initially showed little interest in academics, often engaging in mischievous activities. However, exposure to racial injustices and the mentorship of professors transformed him. A turning point in his early life was his marriage to Vivian Burey, whose encouragement played a pivotal role in refocusing his efforts on education. Upon graduating, he sought admission to the University of Maryland Law School, but was denied because of his race. This rejection became a catalyst for his future legal battles against segregation and discrimination, igniting a fire within him to dismantle the structures of inequality. Legal education and early career. Marshall's thirst for justice led him to Howard University School of Law, where he studied under Charles Hamilton Houston, a brilliant legal mind and civil rights strategist. Houston's mantra, "A lawyer is either a social engineer or a parasite on society," deeply influenced Marshall. Houston's rigorous training molded him into a lawyer who viewed the law as a weapon for systemic change. Graduating first in his class in 1933, Marshall embarked on a mission to use the law as a tool for social transformation. Marshall began his legal career working for the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Traveling across the segregated South, he represented clients who faced racial discrimination, violence, and economic exploitation. These journeys exposed him to the harsh realities of Jim Crow laws and the violent resistance to integration. His work during this period was not without danger. He often faced threats to his life, but his unwavering dedication to justice only grew stronger. The road to Brown versus Board of Education. Thurgood Marshall's most significant legal battle was the landmark case of Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka, 1954, which fundamentally reshaped American society. Leading a team of NAACP lawyers, Marshall argued before the Supreme Court that segregation in public schools violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Marshall meticulously built his case using both legal arguments and sociological evidence. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence was the Doll test, conducted by psychologists Kenneth and Mamie Clark. The test revealed that segregation negatively affected African American children's self-esteem, leading to feelings of inferiority. Marshall's ability to weave together legal reasoning with human stories made his argument unassailable. The Supreme Court's unanimous decision in favor of desegregation marked a turning point in the civil rights movement. This victory dismantled the legal basis for racial segregation and set a precedent for future civil rights cases, symbolizing hope for millions who yearned for equality. Marshall's other landmark cases. While Brown versus Board is often celebrated, Marshall's legal career was filled with numerous other victories that laid the groundwork for civil rights progress. Smith vs. Allright, 1944. This case struck down racial restrictions in primary elections, expanding African Americans' access to the political process. By challenging exclusionary practices, Marshall opened the door for greater political representation. Shelly v. Kramer, 1948. Marshall successfully argued against racially restrictive housing covenants, ensuring that African Americans could buy property in previously white-only neighborhoods. This case marked a crucial step in dismantling systemic housing discrimination. Sweat v. Painter, 1950. This case challenged the separate but equal doctrine in higher education, paving the way for the desegregation of public universities. It highlighted the inherent inequality of segregated educational institutions. Marshall's victories were not merely legal triumphs. They were societal milestones that chipped away at the foundations of systemic racism. His work demonstrated that the law could be a powerful tool for justice when wielded with skill and integrity. Becoming America's first Black Supreme Court Justice. In 1967, President Lyndon B. Johnson appointed Thurgood Marshall to the Supreme Court, making him the first African American to serve in the nation's highest judicial body. This appointment was a watershed moment in American history, symbolizing progress in the fight for racial equality. On the bench, Justice Marshall became a champion for the rights of marginalized groups. He consistently supported decisions that advanced civil rights, protected the rights of the accused, and upheld individual liberties. Marshall's dissenting opinions often reflected his deep concern for the underprivileged, emphasizing the importance of fairness and humanity in the application of justice. His jurisprudence was grounded in a profound belief in the Constitution as a living document that should adapt to ensure justice and equality for all. Life lessons on justice and equality. Thurgood Marshall's life offers invaluable lessons for those committed to justice and equality. Persistence in the face of adversity. Marshall's journey shows that resilience and determination can overcome even the most entrenched systems of oppression. His rejection by the University of Maryland Law School became the driving force behind his fight for justice. The power of education. Marshall's success underscores the transformative power of education in equipping individuals to fight for their rights. His academic journey, guided by mentors like Charles Hamilton Houston, highlights the importance of knowledge as a tool for change. Collaboration for change. His work with the NAACP highlights the importance of collective action and institutional support in achieving social justice. Marshall understood that systemic change required teamwork and a shared vision. Moral courage. Marshall's willingness to confront racial injustice head-on serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of standing up for one's principles, even in the face of overwhelming odds. The legacy of Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall's legacy is indelibly etched into the fabric of American society. His work not only changed laws, but also transformed hearts and minds. As a lawyer, he laid the legal foundations for the civil rights movement. As a Supreme Court justice, he ensured that the principles of justice and equality were upheld at the highest level. Marshall's impact extends beyond his legal victories. He inspired generations of activists, lawyers, and policymakers to continue the fight for civil rights. His life's work reminds us that the struggle for justice is a collective endeavor that requires courage, intellect, and an unwavering commitment to equality. Exploring his impact on modern law, Marshall's influence can still be seen in contemporary legal battles and policies. His advocacy for voting rights, fair housing, and criminal justice reform resonates in ongoing debates about racial equity and social justice. Modern civil rights lawyers often draw on his strategies and arguments to address systemic inequalities. His legal philosophy serves as a guiding light for those seeking to create a more just society. A voice of justice in a divided nation. Thurgood Marshall's career was a beacon of hope during some of America's darkest times. He gave a voice to the voiceless and stood as a symbol of justice in a deeply divided nation. His work reminds us that the law can be a powerful tool for change, but only when wielded with integrity and purpose. Marshall's unwavering belief in the potential for change continues to inspire movements for justice and equality around the world.